If you were to give some counsel, now this is for both of you, if you were to give some counsel for parents or young families just getting started, what would you counsel them to do in terms of the focus in their homes and the focus in their lives?
Well, it's pretty easy. It would be to have the Savior, the focus of everything that we do. You know, everything within the family is designed to help us to understand Him and know Him better. And marriage and learning to serve one another and encourage one another and overlook one another's weaknesses and all those things they're part of becoming Christ-like. And then when a family is Christ-centered, there's a spirit that can be there to help you. You know, no one gives you a manual of how to raise a child. Every child is so different. I mean, having 9, it's really interesting to see. They're all so different. You didn't create them. You just are there to help them along the way. And without the Spirit to guide you and how to handle each child, I think you're left to your own devices, which isn't always that easy to use. And with it, there is power. You really can call down the powers of heaven to help you in a family or in a marriage or whatever. But you really do have to be living your life so that the Spirit can guide you. Quite a few years ago, Paul was working on an institute manual for marriage, preparing for marriage class that they use in institutes. And we piloted this new curriculum. It's a manual that uses only the counsel from living prophets, from dating all the way to, you know, having a family. And it was so wonderful to bear testimony to those truths and to see that there's such power in what the brethren have taught in every facet of family life. And I think that's key, just doing what the prophets have said.
I think about my own parents that I think were just terrific parents. They loved each other and they loved us. And they were focused on the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, my dad made this comment many times, especially in his last few years. He said, there are really 2 things that matter in this life: the family and the gospel of Jesus Christ. And my parents lived like that. That's what their focus was. They didn't get distracted on other things, but they had that long view for their children, and I'm grateful for that. That's sometimes a hard thing as a parent.
Yeah.
When you're in a crisis and facing an issue, to step back and say, 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road, what do I hope happens with this child, and how can I help them now to help them get closer to that?